At more than 21,000 kilometers, there aren't many people who consider taking on all of the Trans-Canada Trail. But Sarah Jackson from Edmonton, for her, it's now a case of been there, done that. She started her journey in Victoria back in 2015 and just reached St. John's, Newfoundland this week. All along the way, she's documented her journey with posts on social media, and she joins us now from St. John's, Newfoundland, where she finally is wrapping up. Sarah, congratulations on completing this incredible feat.
Thank you so much.
I've got to ask, what motivated you to do this? At what point did you say, this is something I'm going to do, and then you took action to make it happen?
Yeah, to be honest, I'd been interested in the idea of a distance trek for a while. My uncle walked the Camino when I was quite young, and that was something that stuck with me. The idea of walking the trail itself, the Great Trail, didn't come until I was looking for trails to walk. As soon as I found it, I knew I was interested in taking the time to do it. I didn't know I'd walk the whole thing until I reached Edmonton, but yeah, about then.
But I've got to think that the Camino's in Spain. You did this during 2 Canadian winters, minus 40-degree weather. There were a lot of perils along the way. How did you plan for that?
You know, I took it bit by bit, kind of as it came. I was lucky in my first winter. That was El Nino, and Saskatchewan was a lot warmer than it could have been. Yeah, warm gear. I did a lot of research online.
A lot of people are learning about the trail through you. You know, it's this jewel that we have in Canada that not too many people know about. What do you want people to know about the Trans-Canada Trail?
Oh, I mean, it's beautiful. It's incredibly diverse. That for me has been kind of the most wonderful thing about it. It's paved in some places and more of a bike path, and in other places it's more purely wilderness trail. There's some sections that are water trail. I haven't paddled those, but they are available. So in my opinion, that's the most beautiful thing about it.
Some of your pictures are absolutely breathtaking. I think a lot of people would want to know what's at the top of your list of experiences that you remember from the trail.
Oh, this is a hard question because really it's been all of it. It's not kind of single moments that stand out, but it's the everydayness of it, I guess. Going to bed in a different place every night and walking under the stars on some nights, waking up to sunrise. It's been a lot of the people I've met. I think that's been the highlight, the people I've met along the way. I've met so many wonderful people who've really kind of taken me in and shown me a glimpse of their life. Yeah.
When you picture one person tackling something as big as Canada on their own, you got to wonder, did it ever get lonely out there?
I don't feel lonely often on the trail, especially when I'm in the wild. I think more when you walk through a city or something like that, when you're around people and everyone has their friends. But I'm also doing it in an age when I can stay in contact with folks back home. So it's been less of a worry. I've also been incredibly fortunate. I've had so many friends and family, and sometimes strangers come out and then walk sections with me, which has been pretty incredible.
There's so much wilderness to conquer in Canada. You saw so much of it. Not so much wildlife, though. From what I understand, your biggest concern was ticks.
I came across a few ticks in Manitoba. I mean, in Ontario too, around the border. Yeah, I mean, I've seen a few moose in Newfoundland here, and some in Ontario, and some bears in BC and in Ontario, but nothing that's been concerning, I don't think, really.
You know, it seems just by talking to you for a few minutes that this was a really positive experience for you. So it begs the question, would you do something like this again?
Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat. If I had the opportunity to. I know I'm taking the time after this to spend some time back home. I miss access to things like books and music and friends and family, but at some point down the road, for sure. I haven't done the North. I'd love to see the North.
Fantastic. Sarah Jackson, thank you so much for being here. Congratulations on this monumental accomplishment.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.